Guys, it's all done. I just laid those block this morning. She is all done. The only thing I got to do is that little corner up in there. I got to squirt a little bit of cement up in there. Other than that, she is done. That took 64 block. Now we got to buy a door for this. Now some of you told me that I should have put 2 sets of bolts in here. Underneath these 2x4s, guys, there's also 4 bolts driven down in the concrete. And then these are screwed on top of that. Now what I need to do is I need to put a board on here, a board in the front. This is going to get, I'll have to figure this out. I might have to put more 2x4s on this to make this wider. I just might have to. I mean, I have them. I have plenty. You know what? I might have to put two more. Well, no, see, I can't because I can't put any more up there. I can put them on the front, and I could put 1, 2, so there'll be 4 more, so it'll come out. It'll come out like that. Maybe that's what I'm gonna have to do. I might have to put a couple more in these guys here. And then we got to put, I don't know if I'll put a 2x4 on that side or some 1-inch stock or some 3/4 inch stock, like a white pine board or something like that. Because the garage door is going to go in here. So that's the next thing I got to do is I have to finish framing this out, the sides for the door. And I believe I have to also put a board on top too. And then we're going to have to, once we clear all this out and finish this, I have to build my bench in here. We'll make that all bench. And somehow get rid of all this stuff in here, guys. I'm going to try to have this done before winter comes. I did order another controller for the Romeo Pro 2. You know, I think I told you guys it was $140. I got to wait 20 to 30 days for it. I did order another one. I'm going to give it another shot. I got a couple ideas in case if the next one doesn't work. I think I could run the bike just on the rear motor, but I have to disconnect where the controller is. There's 2 high output wires that go in. There's a red and black. They're like 2 real big wires. They're high voltage wires for the rear motor and the front motor. I believe if I disconnect the front, possibly the Air 08 code won't shoot up anymore. That's my last resort thing. Or if I can operate the bike just on the front motor, you know, maybe I'll disconnect the rear motor. I'm not talking about disconnecting the plug that goes into the motor. The way you disconnect it, or you'll get an Aero code, you'll get an Air 08 code. The way you just have to disconnect it is you have to disconnect the high voltage lines that go in the controller that control the rear motor. So that's my last resort. That's what I'm going to have to do if this new controller does the same thing. then I'm going to just run the bike on one motor. I might actually go as far as to just get another wheel that doesn't have a motor on it. And I'll just make it a single motor bike. Part of the reason why I bought the double motor bike, guys, is because I'm heavy, and the hills I have around here, and the hills up in Tionesta, and the bike will pull me up the hills a lot easier than a single motor bike will. Now, what I should have did is I should have researched this thing a little bit more. I bought it on Instagram. Believe it or not, I almost stopped myself from buying it. I was going to I was going to stop the order before it was shipped, and I figured, well, you know what, I won't. What I should have bought is I should have bought a Super 73. That's what I should have bought. They're exactly the same amount of money. As a matter of fact, the model that I want is exactly the same amount as this bike here cost me. It's the same amount of money. That's what I should have got. Because all the videos I've watched of the Super 73s, these people, they have no trouble with it whatsoever. So that's my plan for the Romeo here. When the other controller comes in, if it does the same thing, then I'll just make this a single motor bike. I sprained my thumb the other day. It's still a little numb, but it's nothing like it was. I had to put ice on it. I sprained it at work somehow, and like around 3 o'clock in the morning, it was killing me. So I got some ice. I held ice on it for about a good 2 hours. That helped. And it's still a little numb. It's like if I touch it like this, it feels like I have pins and needles in there. So I might be getting carpal tunnel. Maybe I got carpal tunnel too. So, hey, I love the debate, man. I love how Trump talks. He forms his mouth up. Really? Oh, you really? You just watch. We're going to build a big wall. And then he talks with his hands. You sure this man ain't Italian? He goes like this. We're going to build a really big wall. And we're going to make Mexico pay for everything. We're going to drill. Baby, I know you're paying high for your gas prices. And I know they're trying to take your cars away. For the insurance is so high. So when I become president, we're going to go up to Alaska. We're going to throw everybody off the property, and we're going to drill holes everywhere for oil. We're going to drill everywhere. We're going to make oil be real cheap. Gasoline, we're going to make it 50 cents a gallon. And we're going to bring your insurance down to $100 a year so that everyone will be able to drive an SUV or a really big four-door truck. And then on the other hand, you got Joe Biden that's barely awake. He's barely awake. But see, guys, what you have to understand, man, is the president of the United States does not run that office. Okay, I know it's a real hard thing for you to believe, but there's a lot of people behind them that make the decisions. All the president of the United States does is sign that paper. That's all he does. Puts his John Hancock on it, stamps it, off it goes. You got the Bilderbergs. You got the Rockefellers. You got the money czars in Russia that still have their hand in a lot of things in America. You got the Saudis. And there's probably billionaires, trillionaires that I don't even know of. They are the ones that make the decisions. You know, American people are stupid. They're stupid. They're stupid. I am beat, guys. I had to fortify my wooden fence in the backyard because the wind blew it over a little bit. So I had a lot of like 1¼ inch fence rail left. I had to cut like 6-foot sections of them. Then I had to put like a spade tip on the end of them, pounded them in the ground, and I had to clamp that to the wooden fence to bring it up right again. I started that at 6:30 this morning. Right after that, I finished that corner over there. That corner took 64 concrete block. Those are 8x12 concrete block. It took 64 of them. And I think it took about 5 bags of mortar mix, 80-pound mortar mix. So that's done. All except for that little hole. I got to squirt some cement in that. Next thing we got to do, we got to frame out for the door because we're putting a door in there, 36-inch door, and the garage door. And I want the door to open up like that. And then the light switch is going to be on the right-hand side. All those wires, I'm going to wrap them with black electrical tape. So I have to buy like a 6-pack of electrical tape. We're going to wrap all those real good. Then I have to buy the plastic wire clamps. I don't like using the staples. I like using the staples dig into the wires. I've already had a lot of them staples dig into the wires and cause shorts. I like to use the plastic ones. And we're going to route that real nice. We're going to come down on the center of the 2x4s I made. I'm going to probably have to add 4 more 2x4s to that. I think that's a good idea. That's just too skinny. You know, because I have to put a plank on each side where my 36-inch door is going to go. We have to have a plank on each side and then a plank on the top. You know, and then we'll get our door, put our door in. I also have to. I have to replace my front door on the house too, because years ago when I didn't have this job, I bought a cheap one. So I want to replace that. I got a nice love seat coming in. I bought a love seat. You know, because in our living room we have a love seat and a chair, a recliner. So we're going to get rid of the recliner, and we'll have 2 love seats. We got that. And I'm taking a day off in July, so I'll have a 3-day weekend, guys. Man, I'll tell you though, doing this work around this house, guys, it is ripping me apart. It is killing me, man. I take Omega XL. I take vitamins every day. I take 1 Omega XL pill every day. I take a vitamin every day. I take I think it's a heart rhythm pill every day. I take a water pill every day. I think it's called amdolphine. That's a statin. That's also for blood pressure. And I take a cholesterol pill every day. But the vitamin and those Omega XLs, I'm going to tell you something about the Omega XLs, guys. Those work. Okay, they work. When I run out of Omega XL, the pain in my knees come back and in my back. As soon as I take that pill, within 16 hours, my knee pain and my back pain go away. So there is something to that. I went probably for about a week without Omega XL, and my knees started hurting like no one's business. And I told my wife, I said, you know what? There's something to this Omega XL. So I bought some more of it, and my knee pain's going away. So got our bike in back of us here. What am I on here? There we go. Got this girl in back of us. Everything's operating properly on it. Hey, I don't think I showed you guys the little aluminum things I made for rear axles. I'm going to try to get this out on a ride tomorrow. I'm going to try to go someplace different. See, guys, you got to understand something about here, man. It is messed up around here. This area of Allegheny County, as a matter of fact, all of Allegheny County is messed up. You can't cruise here, okay? It's like this electric bicycle. These people around here, man, they don't even know what a bicycle looks like. They don't even know what a bicycle looks like. When I rode that electric bike up on the main drag here, I hug the right hand side of the lane, as much as I can. Okay, like where that little white line is on the far right hand side of the lane. That's where I put my tires. Okay. People are stopping. They're stopping in the lane for me. I'm going like 4 miles an hour, and they're stopping. They don't know how to react to bicycles around here because they've never seen one. The shopping center down here has a bicycle rack. Okay, where do you think it is? There's all kind of stuff barricaded in front of it because nobody takes the bicycle to the shopping center, to the grocery store. Nobody does. So if I get this working and I go down to the grocery store with this e-bike, I'm not going to have nowhere to chain it up to because the rack has all kind of crap barricaded in front of it. Welcome to Pittsburgh. That's how this place is around here. Maybe I should go there waving a Steeler banner. Maybe that's what I should do. So, all right. Let me show you these little aluminum hickeys I made for the rear axle covers. See what we did. I ground the tips down a little bit so they're not real sharp. Then we got the other one. That gives it a look, But this is nice. This is a nice bag, guys. It's all leather inside too. Makes that one there look like a piece of crap. The only thing is gotta be careful someone doesn't want to steal this. Well, that's the only deal with that. I might have to figure out a way to maybe put like a little lock on that belt there. So okay, this is running good. Yeah, this guy here, man, that's what we're going to do. My thumb throttle should be in tomorrow. See, this will run all day without shooting a code. Now, what I also did too is my brake lever was right next to the throttle. So I'm going to take this out again tomorrow morning, and I will literally die if that's what was causing a problem. So here, let's elevate this off the wheel here, off the wheel here a little bit. As you see, I got everything on temporarily, guys, until I get the other controller in. Then we'll put all the wires back on where they should go. All right, guys, I'll try, man, to make some kind of a nice ride video for you guys. I have to try to avoid the one that McKnight Road there. That's funneled down in one lane now. You know, the thing is, it's like Babcock Boulevard here. There's so many people around here, and there's only a couple roads. So, you know, Babcock Boulevard's single lane. That's basically like our highway. McKnight Road is US 19. That's funneled down in one lane. That's like a highway too around here. You know, they're residential roads, but that's our highways. And you literally have hundreds of thousands of people with nowhere to go. No, there's only like one road that they could take. You know, so that's why once summer comes, it's literally, you know, there's so many people on the road, you will literally wonder, how are these people paying their bills? You know, it's like, I went to I took my dog up to one of the parks, up to one of the state parks yesterday morning. I left here at 9. I think I left here at 9, maybe a quarter up to 9. Okay. I came home. It was 10:30. There was more cars on the road at 10:30 than there was at 9 o'clock in the morning. You know, and I'm saying to myself, how are these people paying their bills? What are they doing for a living? Or are they working at all? You know, there's literally, it's literally bumper to bumper, 10:30 in the morning. How are these people paying their bills, guys? Is everybody unemployed? I just don't get it. I can't do that. You know, how are they paying what are they paying their bills with? I just do not understand. What are these people doing for a living? You know, I'm pretty sure all of you have seen it as well. The roads are literally bumper to bumper with people. And you probably say to yourself, what are these people doing for money? How are they paying their bills? You know, and then they turn around and wonder why gasoline's $5 a gallon. Well, try staying home a little bit. But you see, guys, what it is, man, is these people pay $65,000 for an SUV. Okay, so they figure, well, I paid $65,000 for my Arcadia, or what's another one? I paid $60,000 for my Pathfinder. I'm getting my money's worth out of it. You know, nobody told you to pay that money. No one told you to buy this. It's like these pickup trucks. All right, they're $70,000, $80,000 and up, because the tailgates alone are $5,000-$6,000 just for and that's the standard tailgate. If you get one of the tailgates that have the storage in it, and then electric tailgate, I think some of them are electric. If you buy one of them, That tailgate's 10 grand. $10,000 for a tailgate. And these dudes, man, that buy these trucks, they don't do no work like me and my dad used to do with our pickup. You know, they don't go pick up a pallet of bricks. They don't go to the to the supply house and pick up a half a ton of sand. You know, go underneath the chute where the conveyor belt comes and it shoots a half a ton of sand down in a pickup truck bed. They don't do that. You know, they're not going picking up a pallet of tile, a floor of papers. They're not going picking up 30, 40 boards. They're not going to the supply house picking up maybe four or five bags of cement. They don't put nothing except for groceries in the back of that pickup truck. They need them pickup trucks like I need another you-know-what. But, you know, they buy these four-door trucks, or even some of the two-door trucks are 80 grand too. And, you know, some of them are 80, 90, $120,000 for a pickup truck. And they're like, well, I'm getting my money's worth out of it. I'm going to go wherever I want and whenever I want, but I paid $100,000 for this. I'm getting every dollar out of it I can. You know, and what that does to the everyday worker, what that does to the mom and pop construction worker is that puts them straight out of business because they cannot buy. Like I couldn't buy back then. They cannot buy a new pickup truck. You know, when you pull up to these homes, when someone hires you, when you're a home remodeler, and you pull up, they don't want to see an old truck, an old rusted out jalopy. They want you to have a new truck because they don't want no piece of junk parked out in front of their house for the neighbors to see. And the neighbors will say, well, who'd you hire? Who'd you hire? Okay, so they want you to pull up in a new truck, number one. They want you to have a big crew, number two. You have to have new tools, number three. Number four, you got to be fast. And and number five, you got to own your own landfill. So I'm glad, guys, you know what? I am so glad I saw the light and I got out of home remodeling when I did. But, you know, these guys that are buying these big pickup trucks for $100,000 and up, the guys that need them for work, they can't pay that. They can't pay this, so they go out of business. You know, it's all you see around here is old rusted out trucks are held together with spit and string. They're not inspected. They have no insurance on them because they can't afford insurance because they're not getting no jobs. You know, they're not getting no contracts. And they're driving around like a bat out of hell because, you know, they cannot let the police bust them. If they bust them, they'll impound their truck and they're literally done. Hey, I got it. Maybe Trump's going to fix all this. He's going to bring the price of groceries down. Trump's going to bring the price of insurance down. He's going to bring the price of gasoline down. He's going to eliminate all crime in the United States. He's going to make sure that no illegal aliens cross the borders anymore, like they've been doing for the last 150 years. He's going to make sure he gets he's going to get your America back. He's going to get it back for you. He's going to wave his magic wand, man. He's going to lay down a lot of land, and he's going to make sure everything is going to bam, 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 bam. Just like that. So, okay, guys. I'll see, man, as long as it doesn't rain tomorrow, I'll see if I can put a ride together. Maybe what I'll do is I'll avoid that one road there. And, I mean, I'm trying to figure out where I can go. There's nowhere to go around here. I mean, the only place I can go is, I don't know, maybe I'll go to one of the parks. Maybe that's what I should do. Maybe I should go through the city. So, all right, guys.